Hello everybody, it's Red Panda Gamer here for another exciting episode of Play or Pass, a review show where I play a game for a little while and I tell you what I think of it. In today's exciting episode, we're going to be talking about Oregon Trail, Director's Cut. Yes, as you may or may not have guessed, this is a game based off of the classic PC Mac game. I apologize for my phone going off, that's incredibly unprofessional of me. But it is based off the classic PC Mac game Oregon Trail with a zombie twist to it. Now, I will be completely honest with you guys, when I first heard about this game, I was kind of turned away from it. Draw a line. Okay, so this is kind of going to just throw us right into here to show us how to play the game. Or, well, you know, here's the thing. This is kind of like a really small element of the game. The actual zombie killing. Oh, we're out of ammo! Oh, hey, here's the guy right here. He's gonna help us out. So, when I first heard about this game, I was like, oh my god, seriously? Like a zombie survival, Oregon Trail game? Like, that's kinda lame. And there's been a lot of games popping up lately, indie games popping up lately, that, are based around... Oh, damn it. Oh, well, I guess I'll just leave it a Red Panda game. So I'll name this after some of my... Wow, that was bad. No! Ma. That's fine, I guess I'll just... I was gonna name him Matt. What the hell? Tito. I'm just gonna name him random things. And I'll name one after I sneak sometimes. Ma, Pa, Tito, and TJ. Alright, whatever. There's a good chance if they're still alive, they will be at the shelter set up in DC, if that, the new sentence that is. So now we're gonna go ahead and look for our friends. The WASP keys and move around as usual. But this, see, like this stuff right here, this is actually not a very big part of the game. What they're showing right now. This is more like what you do when you're in Scavenger Mode, which, if you've ever played classic Oregon Trail, may sound a little familiar to you. But yeah, when I first heard about this game, I was like, okay, it's kind of lame. I'm kind of sick of all these Oregon Trail clones. You know, there's this. Oh, Clemens broke his arm? How did he manage that? We're just sitting in a car. Clemens is dysentery. So this is scripted. This is supposed to happen to him. He was bitten, and we're out of fuel. That's not good. So we're in DC now. I love these those cut scenes real quick. Just as you hear the station wagon. I'm not gonna read this text because there's a lot of it. Let's meet back here and head out. Here, take my journal. So he gives us the journal, and we're gonna go ahead and pick our supplies. So this is where the game, as I was saying, at first I was like turned away from this game, but then I actually played the game thanks to the guys at, was it Man with Too Many Hats? And they let me have a review copy of this game. It's only $5, but it was nice of them to let me have a review copy. And so I played it for about 2 hours, and I really fell in love with it. And it reminds me a lot of Faster Than Light, FTL, which is saying a lot because that is probably one of the best indie games that has come out in quite a while. So I kind of managed to find a good way to do this. I think this was the same setup I used before. Yes, it was. So if you use the journal, it'll basically tell you about all these different things, but you have to start off by, you know, picking these different, taking your different supplies. And obviously you can go all with one and less than the other, but why would you want to do that? That looks like Shaun from Shaun of the Dead, but maybe it's not. Great, everyone's here. There's one more thing. Back there on the road, got bit, so I gotta put him down. So this is actually kind of insane. There's a couple of these scenes right here where you have to, like, kill your buddy. And I guess I gotta do them in. And that's scripted, man. Gotta do it. But if you ever end up having people that get bit by zombies, which it's a scripted thing, it'll just happen randomly. Eventually, if you're not able to keep them alive... What?! How did that happen so fast? Holy crap. Alright, well, as I was saying, you have to keep them alive then. Otherwise they get turned into a zombie and you have to put them down. Actually, you have to put them down before they turn into a zombie, otherwise they'll attack your peoples. You stop suddenly to avoid hitting a zombie and everyone gets whiplash. Man, we are having bad luck already. So the beginning of the game, most of the game is just you driving, you discover one of your... Oh my god, that's horrible! That is just bad news bears. We're just having lots of bad things happen. What?! How?! I played this, like I said, recently. Oh my god. I was playing this before, and I was having really good luck. I had one guy get bit by a zombie, and it wasn't actually for quite a while. I had one run that went for about an hour and a half. Actually, I never even finished the run. I just am playing this on a different computer now. We don't need to buy anything because we just bought a bunch of stuff. You can either buy, and every place has limited things. Like it says buy fuel, but they only have 2 in stock. So sometimes you might actually want to make sure you buy stuff. Scrap is for fixing up your car. I always try to buy a little bit extra because your car normally breaks down, but I don't really want anything else. You can also sell stuff if you end up with like a bunch of food, which happens pretty often from when you go scavenging. So there's a job board. Normally the bandit ones are really, really easy, but you also end up wasting a lot of ammo. And then you have recovery. I was lucky to get out alive, but I dropped something. So we have to go back and get to the end of the level, basically. But we'll be attacked by zombies. And you can see here the difficulty is suicide. And I'm going to do this one because even though it says suicide, these ones are actually kind of easy. So in this game mode, we're basically shooting at these guys. It's a big shootout. And depending on the difficulty will also dictate how many people are shooting you at once, with obviously the maximum being 8, right? Is that how many? Yeah, 8. And I think this is relatively easy. It can be a little frustrating because you gotta time it right, because you can only shoot them once they put their heads up. There we go. No, I missed him somehow. And the last thing you want to do is waste a bunch of ammo doing this. And that was one of my problems, is I'd always take this job because it's really, really easy. All you gotta do is just be patient and not impatient like I almost just was. Get him! I almost got him. Aw, man. And it can take a while to really get used to like this aiming style in this game. And in fact, it may take longer than a little while. You may never really get used to it. It can be kind of frustrating because you gotta be like exact, and all you get is these little 3 dots for aiming. And dang it. And it can be a little difficult, especially from this point of view. But this is also the same point of view you get when you do like the defense missions. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Right now this is in a weird timing right now, and I'm completely missing these shots. Oh god. And the other thing too is this doesn't end until either you get shot or they all die. So you could either like, if you're really getting sick of this, or you don't want to waste all your bullets, which it happens, you can just take a hit. But you don't really want to do that because, well, it's your health. You'd lose health for that, and you don't get any of those bullets back, so. Especially once you get to this point, obviously, it's just, oh, come on. My aiming, oh man. My aiming's just really bad. That's another problem. Yay, I did it! What did I get for that? I don't even remember. $18. That wasn't even worth it. Alright, so I'm going to leave. Get the hell out of here. You must cross a horde of zombies. Okay, so this is one of those random things that can happen. And this happens pretty often, actually. So we have a horde size, large, and they are agitated. So we can wait and see what happens. We can break out guns and try to clear a path, or we can attempt to sneak through. Normally when there's a large agitated crowd, there's no way you're going to be able to sneak through. And I always prefer to try and sneak through. So as time passes, so it actually got larger, and now they're alert. So that could be bad. Oh, it's because it's getting later. Shit. The later it is, the worse the zombies typically get, but now they're docile. So we can try and sneak through. Usually I have good luck with this, but we will see. That shit. Yeah, so we were overrun, and we lost some money for it, but it was only money, so who cares. So we're probably going to lose Tito and TJ. You find some roadkill, probably safe to eat, probably not. So the majority of the game, I mean, the whole idea is, I will show you, your battery broke. Dude, that took, all I can do is think about like how long it took for these things to happen. So when you stop the car, you all rest around the fire, and you can actually go ahead and rest. And when you rest, you actually eat food. Now, one of the things about this game, and when you eat food, you obviously heal, and you can become exhausted if you don't rest at any given time. This game is really built around time. Like, there's more zombies at night, less in the morning. But if you go when it's more dangerous, scavenging, which I will actually go ahead. Actually, I don't want to go because deadly zombie activity. So let's actually rest a couple more hours. First, you gotta wait. So the whole game is presented actually in this DOS format, which is kind of cool actually. Like the sound effects are kind of like DOS. Like the clicking, as you can hear, is like, you know, old mouse and keyboard. It sounds really cool, and I actually really like it a lot. But what I really, really like about the aesthetic of this game, and this is where the music comes in. I think the music is fantastic for this game. I love that the music is an interesting combination of like real, like actual, like rock kind of grungy music, and then like this kind of like pixelated bit music. Medium zombie activity, so I think it's safe to go out and scavenge. You can scavenge at any time of the game, and depending on what time it is, like I said, it will also decide how many zombies there are that come at you. Whoa! This has not happened to me before. I have not been attacked by fucking zombie dogs. Okay, a lot of crazy things are happening on this player pass, things that I have not had to deal with before, which is making me incredibly nervous. But I guess that's why they called it a boss fight. But like I said, I had like about an hour and a half long run of this game, and these things never happened. That was scary. Anyway, you can scavenge at any time in the game, and depending on what time of day it is, it will also decide. We got 350 ounces of food. We can only carry 250 back. So we got a lot of stuff for that, so that's good. And I often find myself having plenty of food. So we can scavenge as many times as we want. But you also have to keep in mind you have limited ammo. And it's pretty difficult to get through these without actually shooting zombies. In fact, I was never really able to do it. Oh god, come on. I was having trouble aiming there for a second. But I've tried to do runs before where I just kind of avoid zombies altogether, but it's impossible. Not impossible, it's very difficult. Especially if you have more than, like, not a lot of zombies, which, like I said, depending on what time of day it is, will also decide how many zombies come at you. Plus, there's really no point in doing, I mean, you can obviously scavenge as many times as you want, but at some point there's no point because you're just going to be getting food. You can only carry so much food back. You also get money sometime. The other option you have here is trade, and this will basically just randomize. Someone might come up to you, so you meet with someone who spared 93 of their food for 2 of your scrap. So we just got a bunch of food, so we don't really need scrap, do we? Yeah, no, we don't. So no. You can wait for a little while, and someone might show up. Someone will spare 1 of their medkit for 5 of your fuel. I don't want to trade my fuel. Fuel is very important. Survivor has 1 of their muffler to offer you for 2 of your medkits. No. So I'm not going to bother trading right now. Trading really comes down to, the only thing I normally trade is food, because I always try to have as much fuel as possible and as much everything else as possible. Rationing basically decides how much food you can give everyone, and that's how quickly they'll heal. Combat training, you can give your character combat training, and I will show that later. Your car is very, very important. Obviously, it's how you travel. You can repair it. But what's interesting is it's kind of like however much you put in also gives you the certain percentage of it will succeed. I almost always try to go with at least 60%, but if your car breaks down, you do have to do this, and if it fails, then your car's not fixed, and you lose that scrap. So that's interesting. You also have set pace. I like to try and set it to normal, but you also run out of fuel faster, but it really doesn't seem to change too much. Upgrades, there's different car upgrades. I didn't actually get any. And here's the road map. This kind of lets you get an idea of where you're going. It is based off Oregon Trail, so of course we're going up here. We are starting here, and these are all the different areas we're going to stop at along the way. This is where I got to in my last run, so I made it pretty far. And it's all randomized. Like, this is why I compare the game to Faster Than Light, which was, like I said, one of my favorite indie games. Something catches your eye off the road. Would you like to investigate? Yes, I would. You wander into an abandoned hospital building. Evidence of the zombie outbreaks surround you. Corpses fill the body bags piled atop makeshift beds. The empty ones make you the most nervous. The place has been turned over. It doesn't look like the scavengers before you have missed any useful supplies. Just as you feel ready to leave this sad scene, a cry echoes from down the hall. So we can investigate further or we can leave. I'm going to investigate further. You walk down the hall towards the cry. It becomes louder and more distressed. You also start to hear a heavy pounding. A sign above the door reads, Maternity Ward. You find a healthy woman baby, or human baby, in an otherwise empty viewing room. A couple huddles at the other side of the glass, staring at the baby like a fish in an aquarium. The couple are pounding on the glass, which is beginning to crack. Whoa. I guess kill the couple? Oh shit. So we got this one of these cutscenes again. I think those are really cool. The other zombie does not appear to care about you and continue to pound on the glass. You walk up and shoot it in the head. Now you need to decide what to do with the baby. Should we take it with you? Should we put the baby down? I can't kill a baby. Another mouth to feed. I should not have done that. Well, it's fine. But see, that's something that I played the game for 2 hours and that never happened. You hit a deer? God damn it. Seriously, all the worst things are happening to me right now in this game. You find a backpack. Oh, well, that's good, I guess. The mall. I like these little title cards. Left to dead. Get it? Like Left for Dead? Or Left for to Die, I should say. So buy. We can buy scrap. I don't really need scrap. We have a lot of money, though, right now. But we don't need any of that stuff. Combat Trainer. Makes 5% faster in combat. Costs $80. Let's do it. I actually was never able to do these because I never had enough money. There's nothing I could teach you. So now we move faster. That's pretty cool. So let's check jobs. There's a massive herd of the undead coming toward town. I am not doing that. I don't do jobs very often. Some people might, but I don't like them. I like that you can monitor your stats, but I oftentimes don't keep track enough of everything else. You stop suddenly to avoid hitting a zombie, and everyone gets whiplash. That's like the 3rd time that's happened, and I'm getting sick of it. Heavy ash. Alright, so now we gotta slow down a bit. So yeah, like I said, this game's a lot like FTL. I mean, it's randomized, lots of crazy things can happen. Things that you may never happen to you again when you play this game. Indianapolis. Indianapolis looks crazy. And I love the graphics. I love the style, the DOS style. Like, they really went all out with it, and that's what I like about it, that they didn't half-ass the DOS style of the game. I don't need anything. I dropped something. Alright, let's do this one. So with these, we have to reach the goal, which basically, it's like earlier when we were going to our car, except now zombies are coming after us. I normally have trouble with these because I have terrible aim with this gun, but it seems I'm doing a little better now. Plus, we're doing normal difficulty. So there's 3 types of zombies, I guess, except for dogs. Zombie dogs, I guess there are. I'm getting in trouble. There's also zombie dogs, which I did not know. Well, that's not true, actually. I did know that because they did show up at another point in the game. One thing I had an issue with before when I was playing is the hitboxes. Your hitbox, I should say, not like the zombies' hitbox. These zombies take 2 shots, which sucks. I'm fucked. I'm in trouble. Okay, no, I'm good. Actually, part of me thinks that it might have to do with the fact that I'm moving so much faster. This is good. This is good. I don't have to waste bullets now. I made it! Earned 53 food. Awesome. I'm not going to do that one. Even though those ones are pretty easy. Not as easy, in my opinion, as the guy that shoots at you. That's like a tower, not tower defense, but like... Basically, it was like what we did in the opening, but you actually have to do it. Alright, so we should probably rest in a minute here. Paw, damn it, Paw! I was totally about to rest, too. Alright, so let's rest for a little while. Actually, we might as well rest quite a while, since everyone's pretty low on health. No longer has exhaustion. So yeah, you still have like this basic Oregon Trail idea where, you know, they can get sick, random elements happen, but it's kind of been overhauled. And I really like this game a lot. I really do. It's addictive. Honestly, I've been playing it a lot. As I said, I had an hour-and-a-half long run, but before that I kept trying to play over and over again, and I wasn't playing very well, because I didn't realize you could scavenger. Oh, I didn't mention the Talk to Stranger option, where you can just kind of get little story pieces. So that's pretty cool. Medkit, rest. You can kill, so if I decide to kill Tito or TJ, or actually, well, you can really kill anyone you want, but there's really no reason to kill someone else. So let's get driving. So it's a weird balance between, like, trying to decide, you see the remains of another party before you. Sure, let's go take a look. Here lies Ben. Oh, so this is a really cool element of the game, too. When you die, or anyone else, or when anyone dies in this game, you get a tombstone. And that tombstone actually shows up in other playthroughs of the game. And that actually includes online, too. So if other people are playing and they die, you type in a tombstone, and that's what shows up for other people's game. Now, sometimes those people's tombstones can turn into zombies, and they will try and come kill you. Don't want to do that. No, thank you. A bike gang. Okay, so here's another one of these interesting little tidbits. And I'm a little annoyed that this is happening now because my car is pretty weak right now. So basically the idea behind this one is we have to crash our car into motorcycles. I don't really get it, but it's kind of cool. It can be kind of difficult too. Like, it takes some skill because you got to be able to know like exactly how quickly you need to be able to move your car. But once you get into the groove of it, it's pretty easy. The one thing I will say though is these guys do a lot of damage to your car if you get hit. But this happens pretty infrequently, so it's not the end of the world if you do get shot once. Well, because even if you get shot once or twice and your car gets destroyed, you don't just automatically get a game over, you just have to fix your car, which is kind of cool. So we need to fix up our car pretty soon. Well, I mean, I'm just going to drive it till it needs to be fixed up. Still got plenty of fuel, though. Paw has measles. Dude. Come on, Paw. Hey, Chicago! Spark, shoot out the back. Your muffler is dragging. Well, we can replace it, so. I love Chicago. Boom. Geography lesson, mofos. So yeah, I obviously recommend this game. I like it a lot, and you can say whatever you want about it. Even though it's an Oregon Trail clone, I don't mind. I mean, it makes sense that there are a lot of Oregon Trail games these days, because a lot of the people making games right now are also, you know, the people who grew up with Oregon Trail. We can go to the auto shop, by the way. We can buy mufflers, and we can upgrade our car. So we can make it so we never need to replace our battery, which we've already had to replace once, unfortunately. But we can also go ahead and repair our station wagon, which we're going to do because it's a 100% chance of fixing it, unlike us fixing it ourselves, where there's only a small chance of fixing it, which I think is pretty interesting, personally. We should probably rest. We haven't rested in a while. And that will also let us regain some health. And also, you know, I don't know if I've mentioned this, but as you rest, you use your food to eat. That's pretty much why you heal. So that's another thing I like about this game, is it's really simple. But it can be really difficult to survive and make it very far. Depending on the situations you get put in, too. You don't notice... Ah, that's fine, whatever. Tito and TJ's health are getting pretty low. So make it to this house. What happened? Okay, we just kind of slowed down a little bit. What? Oh, here we go. Nice little Evil Dead Army of Darkness homage right there. There's a lot of homages in this game, from like having characters in other games and other zombie lore in general. It's pretty cool. Jobs. It's a lot of money. Yeah, let's do it. Doing it for the money. Oh! Oh, I thought I was going to have that one. You just got to be careful with this. I mean, I really don't think this is that difficult, no matter what like difficulty setting it is. But it can be pretty easy to get careless and impatient. Ah, shoot. I missed. Oh! No! Okay, cool. Almost got hit there. I just have bad aim. There we go. But, you know, I've yet to run out of ammo in this game. But I guess there's always time for something. Ah, damn it. I'm so bad at this. There we go. Ah. There we go. We get $51 for that, which is really good for an award there. Alright, so let's leave. We can rest, and hopefully while we rest, the rain stops. Zombie activity is low, too, which is nice. The one small complaint I do have is it can be a little difficult... Oh. Okay, now he no longer does music. It can be a little difficult to really gauge, like, when you can rest, when you can do this or that. Not that it's just... Like, you know, it's a ... When, even though I clicked stop and rest, it wasn't letting me do it for whatever reason. The game kind of has its own thing going for it. I mean, I know it has reasons for doing the things it does, so. Also, there's some really crazy story stuff that could happen. I'm not trying to, like, spoil anything, but one thing that happened that really kind of messed me up was I had one of my characters, a thief, like a robber, showed up, and he was holding my guy at gunpoint, and I had to kill. It was like the one-on-one view that we've been seeing a couple times, and we had to like shoot the guy before he shot our friend, and it freaked me out, and he ended up shooting my buddy. So instead we took a wrong turn, which normally just means you missed an hour of progress, which is unfortunate, but it does happen pretty often. Found some wild fruit. That can't be bad. You took a wrong turn. I took another wrong turn. Broken down car. Okay, so we can take some supplies off the car. I feel like we are taking a lot of time. A sharp pop. Battery explodes. Lost another battery? Jeez. Like I said, man, I'm having terrible... What? Dude. Having terrible luck. Hey, it's the Arch. St. Louis. Alright, let's just keep moving. Let's just keep trucking along. So, this game... Wait, what just happened? What's going on? Station wagon's broken. So this game is $5. It's not on Steam yet, but it is on Steam Greenlight. And as you all know, I'm a pretty big advocate of Steam Greenlight, especially good games on Steam Greenlight. Like this one. And, I think you should all go right now and vote it up on Steam Greenlight, but luckily there is still a way for you to play it. If you go on the developer's website, it'll be in the description below, you can actually get the game now off the Humble Store. And if you don't know what the Humble Store is, it's actually really great. A lot of people are using it to distribute their indie games. So my repair failed, and I have like no scrap metal left, so hopefully when we get to St. Louis, which will be in a minute, I think. Took a wrong turn, what the hell? Oh, but anyway. Oh my god, are you kidding me? Oh, that's a cool title card. I like that one a lot. I like those a lot in general. I think that one might be my favorite so far. Buy scrap! Because we're going to need these. Probably don't need that many, but oh well. I don't want to do that one for only $27. Okay, so we got to cross another horde. These are always a little frustrating because I don't always know how to do them. Or I don't always necessarily make the right decisions. So we'll try and wait it through, plus some of these guys can rest anyway. So it's a small horde now, but they're alert. So let's wait and see if we can get them to be small and docile. Still alert. And then, you know, this is the same as resting, so it's not really that much of a waste. Ravenous. Pretty sure Ravenous is worse than alert. Well, if all we can get is alert, we might as well try and sneak through. Alright, let's try it one more time and see what happens. Because we're wasting food right now. Agitated and moderate. Oh, God. Alright, well, I guess we could try and sneak through. What's the worst that could happen? Hey, we made it. Awesome. See, sometimes you can make it, even if it doesn't seem like it's possible. But yeah, the game's $5. Oh my god, what? How is that happening so easily? I'm just having terrible luck, you guys. Let's see. Let's see if we can find someone to trade. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. That might have been a bad idea, but that's fine. I don't think I'm going to last much longer anyway. But yeah, the game's $5. It's available on PC, Mac, Linux. Oh my god, what? PC, Mac, Linux. I believe it's actually available on the iPhone, too. Yeah, sure, let's check it out. Whoa! I like this creepy music, too. Oh my god! Left 4 Dead hand. So when this happens, you actually have to face off against a zombie one-on-one. It's so pretty intense, if I do say so myself. I think so anyway. The first time it happened to me, I was like, what the hell is going on? But yeah, I get it now. Cave. The Cave of Wonders. Alright, so we don't need none of that. We don't need that. So let's get out of here. But yeah, I recommend this game very, very highly, and I think for $5, you're getting a very awesome game. There's a lot of game here, and I like FTL a lot. And I feel like this is the closest game to FTL that I played. And I actually kind of like this game better than FTL because personally, just because I think FTL gets really frustrating really fast. And this game makes it feel like it's not so much your fault, which for some people it might not. I mean, because FTL is more skill sometimes, but at the same time, I feel like FTL is also luck sometimes. Personally, can we do repairs? No, we can't. Let's go ahead. Oh, we don't have much food. I haven't done scavenging in a while though either, have I? So let's sell some of our food so I can fix my car. Wait, is that... Oh shit, I have like no food. A bike gang. I don't want to do this again. Alright, but anyway, the game's $5, which I think is really cheap. I think it's worth more than that personally, but $5 is a great asking price. The game is called Oregon Trail. In the description below, I will have a link to both the Steam Greenlight page where you can thumbs it up so it can get actually on Steam, which I think it will. I think a game this high of quality deserves to be on there. I just feel like at first glance it's like, oh god, it's Oregon Trail. I wonder what that game's going to be about. But, you know, at its core, it really is a lot more than just like an Oregon Trail zombie clone. There's a lot of advanced gameplay to it, and I like it a lot. And I think most of you will like it a lot too, and that's one of the main reasons I wanted to do a video on it. It was just kind of spread the word of this great game that a lot of people might skip just because of its name. But yeah, it's Oregon Trail. There will be a link to their website where you can get it for $5 on your computer, and there will be... Tito is holding the map upside down. You dipshit. That's why you're going to get turned into a zombie. Ma makes small talk. Okay, so it got broked. Alright, so I will actually go ahead and show you just a few other things. There's a Twitter option, which I always love Twitter buttons on games. I don't know why. I just think it's interesting to be able to share stuff that you do on Twitter. There's tombstones you can run into. So there's a lot of different tombstones. 392. I think that's all the different players that have had tombstones. Which is kind of interesting if that is the case. Achievements. There's achievements, but I mean... Oh, there's more bosses, huh? I don't really care much for achievements, personally. George Romero, that's awesome. Huh, that's kind of cool. So there's a lot of interesting achievements. There's obviously a lot of like interesting little stuff that can happen, like having George Romero in your party. So that's kind of cool. I wonder how that would happen. Let's actually go to the main menu real quick. Now you can actually... The men who wear many hats. I love these guys. They're awesome. And Ben Crossbones, you make really good music. There's also an endless mode. I don't want to do that though, where you can just keep traveling and traveling. And then there is a Clement's Quest, the guy who was helping us out in the beginning. I don't really know what this is supposed to be, if it's just supposed to be something kind of silly, but it's kind of like a really fast-paced version of the game. Oh, dang it. Where you just kind of drive your car. And I think this is kind of interesting. Oh, damn it, Bobby. Damn it, Bobby. Alright, there we go. I think this alone is kind of interesting, just because it's like, it's so silly, but this is why I love indie games so much, because you just get silly shit like this. As like, this isn't even the actual game, this is just like part of it. It's a little bonus. So you just drive through Pittsburgh, do a quick little trade, no reason to... There we go. That was a pretty sweet jump. Felt like Dukes of Hazzard style. And then as we drive, you know, we're running out of food, so we gotta try and be quick. Ah! No! Dang it. Oop. How do I get up there? Something like this. Now I gotta deal with these jerks. But yeah, so there's like this cute little game mode. I won't play too much of it, even though I actually do like this a lot. I think this is really funny. Really interesting. That's like, oh, what's that? You don't like slow, grueling text boxes? Well, here's a crazy racing game for you. Angry. I didn't see what that said. So yeah, sorry, I'm like I'm playing the game too much, you might say. It's an issue I have when I do some of these videos. Okay, so the game is Oregon Trail. It's really good. I say pick it up. Total play. I love this game. $5 is really cheap for what they're giving you in this game. Go get it. It will be in the description below. Thank you all so much for watching. Like this video. It helps me, and it helps spread the word about this awesome game. And subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and don't forget to share love. I'm Panda Gamer, and I'll see you guys next time.